Hey guys, it's Cayley. I'm taking you along for another day in the life of a full-time reseller. Along with me, we're going to go to the office, and today we're also going thrifting. Y'all, our office is a mess. No judgment. No judgments. So, I'm the first one here today. Nobody else is here yet, which is typical for any day of the week. So, I'm going to sit down all of my stuff. Sorry. Y'all getting the rocky version of the camera. And I'm going to show you my version of what the morning looks like. So, my hair's crazy, guys. Sorry. Cayley just texted me and said, we are doing a vlog today. Normally she shows up, she's already started recording, and she says, hey, we're doing a vlog today. Y'all can clearly tell by my outfit, I had no plans for vlogging today. But whatever. Life of a reseller, right? You just wing it. So to be funny, I'm going to record some stuff this morning, and I'm going to send them to Cayley for the video. Show you guys what this looks like. What my morning looks like before Cayley gets here. She always shows you her morning. Now it's time for mine. So the first thing I'm going to do this morning is pull some items for shipping. So I'm refreshing my shipping page. I'm going to figure out exactly what I have to ship for today. But first things first, it gets very hot. So I'm going to toss my coat and get ready for today and show you guys how I pull. We have everything pulled out for Poshmark shipping, and I'm going to put stickers on all of them and get ready to print labels and package them up. We're going to go print some Posh labels. Posh labels, here I come. Okay. Can y'all see? Let's see. Perfect. I'm not a filmmaker. Lord, if you guys only knew how hard sometimes, but the camera is sideways today. It's actually happening. So this will be the first time that I've done, I think, video for a video that's not sideways. So if I have accomplished nothing else, I've accomplished this. All right, we're in action. Y'all, I have to show you how enjoyable this is. Hold up. I always like to stick my hand here and just make an accordion. And it honestly just makes my heart so happy. Alright, now we go package them up. So now I'm going to open up Poshmark. I'm going to go to our sales. And then when we have a lot of times I'll just Control F search for them. We don't have very many. I normally just start kind of flipping through them and seeing what goes where. So I look at the buyer's name and then I just put it with the item and kind of scroll down as I go. Generally eBay and Posh not as much. They are not the greatest at staying in order, but they're normally pretty close. And it gets a lot easier as you go because you'll get to the point where you won't have very many left. And I honestly just start ripping them at a certain point. But ultimately, all we're doing right now is matching them up to the right item. And then once they're all marked up, then we will start packaging. So as you can see, guys, this is what my morning looks like before Cayley arrives, or anybody. All the desks still be all empty. But I love this like span of time completely by myself because, let's be honest, I have 2 young kids. I don't ever get time to myself. I'll put some of this stuff in a tote, place it by the front door for our girls who will be ready to go. And hopefully I can catch Cayley coming in this morning. I'm going to set this up so I can catch her coming in. Maybe this is her. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. It's the other 2 girls. They beat her too. She's here! Ta-da! Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Uh-oh, I went up and down. I'm in trouble.
Why did I feel
She's
like I was
here.
gonna get hit with a Nerf gun?
Because that happens all the time. What are we doing today?
You are doing a thrift with me.
Yay!
How many did we have today?
I think 35.
This is just Posh, right?
Yeah.
Wait till you see my vlog. Wait. I even said I recorded it sideways. I did something until the end, you know, because I like to screw stuff up. But.
Nikki's made mountainous improvements over the last week. She's recording sideways.
Yes.
She went to shoes.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I don't want to get her in.
Listen. First of all, look at this. This is our heap from that random lady. But hear me out. I kicked Cayley's butt on Friday. I got the 2 highest priced items, and they were each $60 each, and they were both shoes. So I'm gonna annihilate her today. Just watch it happen.
For anyone watching that doesn't know, what is our competition every day when we go thrifting?
Who can get the highest priced item resale wise? She normally annihilates me, if we're gonna be honest.
It's not true.
But it's because of shoes, and I'm gonna take her down in shoes. So one step at a time.
Do you want to tell everyone what this pile is beneath you, and maybe we could show like 5 items from it?
This is the stuff that we got from that random lady. I honestly don't remember what her name was. I know that sounds really bad, so if you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
Her name is Jacqueline, but I think she goes by Jackie.
Okay,
but
Jackie. We drove 2.5 hours to meet her.
I'll put her Instagram handle on the screen. She has some things that we passed on that she might still want to sell. So if you guys want to reach out to her, I think she might even be open to shipping if you're not in the area. I'm not going to tell you like exactly where she's at, but if you want to, you can message her on Instagram and see if she has something that would fit your business model. You want to pick a couple of like your favorites?
I think these were cool. These are just Calvin Klein, but like, look at those floral patches. Those are pretty intriguing, and they're new. This I thought was pretty chill.
That's a good bolo.
It does have some like wear around the neck, but again, it's bolo. Going into swim trunk season, those were pretty cool. Just kind of pulling what's on. Ooh, this, I really liked this. This was Maeve, I believe. Yes. Look how cute this is. I would wear this.
That is definitely you. That looks like what you wore to Posh Fest.
You're not catching it.
In that dress. Maeve Anthropology. It looks like a little bit of a larger size too, which should do better.
Yeah, it's a large.
It's pretty.
There's some really cool stuff. Honestly, I don't even know where it all is, but there's some really cool stuff in here. Some like weird tracksuits. These are like, this is a rare one. There's a velvet one in here, like a full body one. There's all kinds of really cool stuff. I could literally dig in this pile all day. Look at this. Look at this. New with tags.
More Maeve Anthropology. I think we're going to do a whole haul of what we got. There's actually another tote, isn't there? Thumbnail.
I did this. I did this in the parking lot with Cayley, and she was so embarrassed. She was like, stop, people are staring. Yeah, so I actually have a couple totes of shoes that I've been working through.
We have handbags too.
Yeah, and then the handbags are over here. I went ahead and put that stuff together and had already entered it in, so we're ready to go. But we Sorry.
I'll blur it.
We got a Kavu bag, some ties, bras. Look at this. Ready? 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 Woo!
Rebecca Minkoff.
There's some Coach in here. There's some LL Bean bags. There was a Dooney and Burke bag. There's all kinds of stuff.
We'll have to do a whole haul because there's some like really fantastic stuff in there.
It was very good. Gotten to the point of thrift hauling yet. Wow. I look so much better when you're beside me. Like, you should have seen my camera
That
earlier.
sounds like a backhanded compliment.
I mean,
I look so much better when you're beside me because you look terrible. That's what that sounded like.
that's not what I was going
I know,
for.
it wasn't.
That's not it. See, y'all, I can't even try to be nice. Like, she's just like, you're a crappy person.
That's not true.
No, I
She's a very
literally, in
good
the first
person.
video, was like, I don't know, something about your hair being darker makes mine not show, like, the frillies. I don't know why. See, you can maybe it's the wall. No? You just can't really see them. I don't know. Wait till you see mine compared to yours. I was in here like, oh my god, guys, clearly I was not prepared for a vlog.
Oh man, someone's gonna get on to me for having gum. I know
It
it.
smells nice.
Thank you.
I brushed my teeth today, but I don't feel like I'm as minty fresh as you.
Well, we've got a couple of things to do here at the office, and then we are going to go sourcing. I already told them that we're like meeting up with one of our sourcers, but we probably wouldn't show them in the video. But I would,
doesn't like videos.
yeah. But I would try to show a little bit of us transferring the stuff to the car and talk about that a little bit and how that's going every single week. So we'll see you guys in a minute.
Bye. Hold it.
First stop, about to go in.
What? I'm taller than you for once.
We're slightly earlier than we normally get here, so we'll have to see if that impacts sourcing at all, but I'm excited to see if there's any new racks. It's kind of dead right now, which is a good thing, because
She's jinxing it.
this place gets really busy, so we'll have to see. But we're gonna go in. We got our coffees. Thank you to, this is what everybody's super chat goes to, and the buy me a coffees goes to coffee.
This is like heaven in a jug. Somebody's coming.
All right, we're gonna go inside. Bye.
I wanted to give you guys a real quick update on this Teddy Blake bag. If you guys don't remember, I featured this in a video, which I will link above, but I absolutely love this bag, and since having it for a few weeks now, actually I think it might be slightly over a month, I just absolutely love the construction and quality of this. The leather is still holding up really nicely, and I am really hard on bags, and it still has that really nice high quality leather smell, even though I've had it for a long time. So I highly recommend this if you guys are looking for a luxury feel bag but not as expensive as some of the other luxury brands out there. I absolutely love this. The construction is perfect. I heard that you guys also like Teddy Blake, so they're about to have 2 sales coming up. One is going to be a Women's Day sale in March, and then they're also going to have a spring sale in April. And discounts are going to start for featured bags at 45% off. So you're definitely going to want to check out those sales if you really love Teddy Blake. There's some crazy insane discounts that I wanted to share with you. I'll also have a link and an exclusive coupon code for my viewers down below. Speaking of handbags, I found that this handbag at the end of an aisle, it felt super heavy and it was real leather. I don't remember what the brand was, but I decided to leave that behind because of the flaw, but I ultimately would have picked it up for resale simply because of how heavy the leather was. Next, I'm moving on to shoes, and I'm usually the only one that does shoes at the thrift store. The girls they don't like looking at shoes. I love looking at shoes. I think that they are a really high ASP category if you know what you're looking for. So I'm just going through, and because we're moving into spring summer, I'm shying away from boots. I'm looking for more of the comfort shoes, sandals, and like hiking shoes. I found these pair of Clarks. Well, not a pair. I found one men's Clark, and Clark can be a good brand to pick up in the men's department. However, I was unable to find the other pair. Later on, I found these Mootsie Tootsies, kind of Y2K style, gave me Lolita vibes, and I ended up picking these up simply off of style, and I'll probably get those listed for around $40. I have really good luck with shoes like these on Depop. Continuing through the shoes, I found this one single shoe of these Corky sandals. Corky's can be a good brand to pick up in spring and summer in sandals. And I would have picked these up had I found the other shoe, but just like the Clarks, they were missing. I even looked beneath. Sometimes they fall through. As I'm going through the aisle, I'll just keep an eye out for anything that catches my eye. And I came across these Pilcrow and the Letterpress, which is an Anthropologie brand, wide leg crop jeans. Wide leg is really in, which is what caught my eye. And they're also size 30. So I did end up getting these. Crop is also going to be a popular style in spring and summer. Also looking for linens, and I found this J. Jill 3X jacket. This is definitely the thing I want to look for spring and summer. I did a comp on this jacket and it performed really well, and I think I'm going to list that for $40. Later on, a new rack came out, so I left what I was doing and went to the new rack. This is where I find the absolute best pieces, and because other people are usually there, I do not do the comp one by one like I normally would at the store. I grab everything, I put it in the cart, and then I comp it later so I don't miss out on anything. Here are some of the pieces that I found. There was this brand called Joa. Sell-through rate looked really good, however, these shirts were just too pilly to pick up, so I did put those back. Next up is a brand of an Ohio brewery that I find performs really well, and it is Brewdog. I grabbed this because I saw Brewdog and we've sold them in the past. However, this ended up being a kid's shirt and I put that back. I ended up keeping this band tee. It was called Silent Planet. I'd never heard of it before, but I looked up this brand of band tees, or I guess band of band tees, and they were performing really well. So I decided to take a chance and get this one because it had a pretty cool graphic. Probably only list it for $25, but it should flip pretty quickly. I grabbed this We The Free thermal with a contrast cuff. Even though we are moving into spring and summer and thermal isn't going to do really well, this was new with tags and it had a really interesting contrast cuff. So for that reason, I'm going to get this listed quickly and see if I can sell it really fast before the winter season ends, but I thought it was just too good of a piece to pass up. I came across this women's Nike jacket and it looked like a pretty modern piece and it had a huge spell on the back. I'm really picky with Nike, but I looked this exact style up and it has a good sell-through rate, so we got it. I'll only list it for about $25, but it should be a quick flip. Some Fashion Nova stuff does good, and this was a 3XL pair of faux leather pants, and I thought it would do well, but after I did the comp, it was not performing well, so we left those behind. This, you guys, this was the find of the day. This is Restoration Hardware, and it's a pair of linen pajamas. I cannot find enough information on eBay about this, so I'm going to have to do some Google searching as to what these went for and make up a price or best offer, but I've got a feeling these are going to go for a lot, and we're going to have a really great return on investment for it. So keep your eye out for Restoration Hardware. Sometimes it just says RH, and they mainly make home goods, which do even better than the clothing. You gave me a sticky cart.
Ooh, you did it.
I did.
Wow, you see
I
this?
can't find any
Restoration Hardware.
I can't find any specific comps on it, but it's a linen pajama set and it feels brand new.
Nike.
Brewdog.
Brewdog. Oh, I like that.
That's new with tags is the only reason I got it, and it's
That's cute.
right thermal cuff. That's a band tee that I looked up. I looked that up with 3/4 length sleeve.
I looked up a 1X button-up long sleeve and it did not do well today.
These Pilcrows, if they're in larger sizes, seem to do better, and they do better on Poshmark. The only reason we picked them up is because I picked them up is because they're wide leg crop, larger size, and we've had good luck with them on Posh. Sorry, I'm vlogging, but I will keep you out of it. Nice.
We did get this. It does not have the size.
I saw that.
But it is maxi length, and I told her we could compare it to measurements. I thought it would still be worth it.
Yeah, it looked like a larger size. I just didn't get the chance to go back because a new rack came out.
It's an extra large, at least a large.
I would say an XL.
That's what I was thinking. We got these sportswear
Nike pants, always a good pick.
getting Peter.
Oh, Peter's my man.
Ooh.
There's two of these here, but they don't. The button fronts don't count as well.
They don't.
What is that?
This is called a
Because there's no...
Muji linen top. I looked them up and they actually have a good sell-through rate.
Fishing.
3 to 3. There's not a whole lot known about them, but it was worth risking it for to be linen.
This is a good find. I thought for sure these Skull Steve Madden men's loafers would do good, but surprisingly, they were not performing well. I almost got them for style anyways, but I definitely keep my eye out for novelty shoes like this. We've been really hit or miss with North Face lately, so I ended up leaving this behind. We're really only picking up North Face if they are larger sizes or a more modern, more substantial piece, which I didn't consider this one to be, so back on the rack it goes. I found these Aloe yoga leggings, although they were a size extra small, so I almost didn't get them. However, I ended up being able to look up the exact style name using Google Lens, and it seemed to be a pretty good style even in the size extra small, so I did end up getting those, and I think I'll get those listed for about $35. I came across this shirt in the women's section. It ended up actually being a men's, but I saw that little patch on it, but not a brand label, so I'm inspecting this to see if possibly it's Lululemon, but it actually ended up being a brand that I like even more, which is Vuori, and this was a men's pocket t-shirt. These have a really good sell-through rate. I can't remember what the exact style was, but 100% sell-through rate, and I think we're going to list this for somewhere between $30 and $35, and that should be a quick flip. Next, I came across this cashmere piece, which I'm really trying to slow down on because we are moving out of colder weather. However, I did look this up because it was specifically a poncho, and I know that cashmere ponchos are still doing really well. Look this up with the particular brand, and these actually had a high sell-through rate still, even though things are warmer in other places, and I should be able to list that for $40. I was in the middle of shopping through the aisles looking for the new color when all of a sudden I heard I knew it came out, so I scooted backwards, went to the new rack, and grabbed everything I thought might be valuable. Now I'm just standing here doing a comp. I did find this Lululemon men's polo shirt, and that should go for about $35. Found these Gymshark men's pants, but after doing a comp on them, they actually surprisingly were not performing well, and Gymshark's a brand I'm going to have to start being very, very picky with, where I used to pick it up all the time. I also found these Guideboat & Co. men's pants, and they seemed like really high quality, and when I looked them up, they actually were performing well. However, these ended up having more flaws on them than I wanted, so I had to put those back on the rack. So now I'm just going through the aisles and looking for any of those new colors. You can see the new color is green, and I found that out by going to a new rack. So now we're just going through every aisle and looking for any green color tabs that are sticking out. They should be sticking out because they just recently put them in the shelf, and then inspecting the item to see if it's worth doing a comp. We've been using this method for over a year now, and the cherry picking method seems to work better than going through every single hanger. I came across this brand, which I think is just pronounced Young LA, and surprisingly had a really good sell-through rate. However, it was probably only going to go for $20, so I ended up leaving that behind as well, but definitely a brand that I'll be looking for in more substantial pieces. Here's an example of something that I would have picked up about a month ago, but because it's merino wool, comps aren't doing as good as they used to, and so we're going to leave that behind as well. There's a lot of pieces that I came across that I definitely would have picked up a few months ago because I thought they were really cool or they had really nice materials. However, as we move into spring and summer, I do have to be conscious of not putting items into my store that are probably going to sit for another year. I don't want to wait until fall and winter, so I'm being very cautious and leaving those behind. However, if I look something up and it still has a really good sell-through rate, we're obviously going to get it because it is still cold somewhere and it's also warm somewhere, so I'm not going to leave behind any gems, but just in general, things that are on the decline for sell-through rate, we're definitely going to leave behind. Here's an example of something I came across that's technically a colder weather item. However, it's a little bit lightweight. I was able to look up the style ID on this, which is super easy to do with LL Bean. Did a sell-through rate on this specific style, and it was performing really well, so we're going to get it. I think we ended up leaving this store with about 16 items in my cart. Our sourcer that was sourcing with us found some other stuff that'll be listed in our store eventually. And while we were at the same location, we went ahead and swapped totes. They are doing 125 items sourced and listed for us every week. So she brings us those totes every week and we take them back to the office.
Yeah, we got Elaine. Oh, hey.
So,
Sorry.
I can't see you. Oh,
I'm putting in GPS.
so we just went to the first stop. I think I only got 16 items. Nikki was with our new girl helping her source. How many do you think you guys got? Quite a bit.
I honestly don't know. Quite a bit.
More than me, but I got some really nice.
You hear that?
I'll have to blow that person's face. Oh, I got some
That's
really
fine.
top-notch items, though. I'm really sad we were leaving, and I think they're bringing out new racks. So maybe we'll stop back by after lunch. But as you guys saw, we swap totes every week. We meet this person, and you're good.
I was GPSing, so I knew where we were going.
And we bring her empty totes, and then she brings us the full totes of everything that she sourced, photoed, and listed every single week, which has been just absolutely phenomenal for my business. So we're really happy about that. But we just did the swap, and now we are going to go get lunch, and if we have time, we'll hit another store.
Okay, bye.
We're getting Panera. We are on to our second and final thrift store. We got kind of a late start today, so we're only able to go to 2 this particular day. This one's a lot smaller than the other ones, so we unfortunately most of the time can't rely on the colors here, so we do have to go through every single one, but we were able to find a few good items. I found this Ralph Lauren collection women's dress. It did have a couple of spots, but I think I can get those out. I paid $15 for it, and I think we should be able to sell it closer to $100. I also found this women's Patagonia vest, which I debated over and over and over again on. I found the exact style, which seemed to be doing pretty okay, but I was really worried with how thin the filling felt, that maybe some of the filling had just been damaged over time, because it looked like it was supposed to be a puffer vest, but there was hardly any filling left in it, so I took the cautionary route and left that behind. I also came across this Bonobos men's wool jacket, which I didn't even realize they made jackets like this, but I ended up leaving this behind because, again, spring and summer is upon us. We are moving out of the colder weather, and I just didn't see this being a quick enough sale. So we just hit the last stop. I think we only got like 3 or 4 things in there, and we are headed home from the day. I think like in total we only got probably like 20-ish items for ourselves, but you also helped our sourcer source, and I think you guys got probably 20 things as well. So all in all, pretty good sourcing day given like everything in total. But that is it. Thanks so much for coming along with us, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.